Hey, good morning. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we thought we were going out today, but the friends that we were going to visit unfortunately had a bereavement, and we're going to a funeral today. So we're not going to be traveling down to Tubigon, which will give me most of the day working on our kitchen, which I thought you might like to have a look at. Well, you've seen it in its big chaos, as you have told us, but I'll show you where we're up to right now. Now, when I built this house and we added this part on, right, we realized that there was a lot. We actually started by putting, and yes, I know there's chaos, you got to move stuff that in the future will be like what I think of as a Chinese daybed. You hang out there, windows all around, and I thought that would be nice. We've got our little keyboard there, one of the many keyboards that people buy and then lies dormant because it actually takes some time to learn. But anyway, this is all going to be in granite. Now, whenever anybody talks about granite in the West, it means horrendous cost. And we've been very fortunate that we've been able to... Sorry, I'm walking around here while I'm doing stuff. We've been very fortunate in getting 3 pieces of granite, which actually didn't cost very much at all. They're 3,400, which I'm sure that those who disbelieve would like to see the bills for that. Now, this is obviously from Ambicon, and I think they're 3,400, which you should be able to see. Let me see, 3,400 for 3 pieces of 8 feet long by 2 foot. So we'll have some cutting to do, which I'll be doing with an angle grinder. That's what we have. It'd be nice to have a big grinder, but we don't, so we'll work with what we have. And then I went down yesterday and I bought what we call block ply. In the States we called it block board. Same difference. It's two pieces of plywood, and then all of these are short offcuts that they've saved, put them through the mill, and they make them all into the right measurements so that this will equate. It's not really 3/4, but that's what they call it here. It's less than 3/4. Now, it's not stain quality, so all of this will be painted. It's quite good. I'll show you now. Yeah, so this is blockboard, and this is the new stuff that we bought yesterday, and we bought three pieces of that, and you've seen the bill for what it came to. So I guess you possibly could get away with staining this, but I would prefer to go with the paint. So here, if you look, it actually looks pretty nice. That's good quality that they've given us there. I actually gave the guy a little tip, not very much, but I gave the guy a little tip. I said, please give me 3 really nice pieces so that I told him we're making furniture. So usually what this blockboard has is it has one good side. But this, actually, if you look, both sides are pretty nice, so I'm very pleased with that. However, I will still paint it. If I paint it, it allows me to use molding. Now, I don't have any fancy tools, routers and stuff like that. I got a simple aged got an aged drill there. We actually do have a couple of grinders. My friend Kerry, Australia, my Australia motor man, sent me one of his spare grinders, so we have that, and it's got some spares to it. And we've got I guess you would call that a knockoff Makita power plane. So we've got that. I did this work quite a time ago, as you can see. Now what I'm talking about moulding and the fact that I will paint, because I'll be able to use filler. I don't have any fancy mouldings, can't run to that, so I make up with what I've got. And this I've done with laminating on bits on top. See, there's how the cabinet would have looked before I did this. And then I put this in here. I'll countersink those, I'll sink those nail heads in and fill on top, and then this will be painted. As you can see, none of this is fancy. It's not fancy moulding, but it can be made up to look, well, attractive. I think that I will make this look attractive, making do with what we have. These cabinets here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they'll have doors, and then this part here is going to be polished up, and this will be the backdrop to the cooker. Now, cookers are pretty expensive here, so I haven't allowed for a cooker. What I've allowed for is a countertop cooker of two hot plates, and that will be good enough. Certainly that's more than what they have in the dirty kitchen over at Nana's place, so we won't complain. This is where the sink will go. I bought this sink yesterday. Once again, nothing fancy, and that was, can you see it, 1,300 pesos, and that will sinking there. Have to cut away here, and also of course there's, on top of this we'll have more of the block board, which will bring it all up level, and I'll lose this corner. I can't be bothered with trying to make in a corner. They don't have the carousels out here that you can utilize that corner. When I built kitchens in the past, have a little carousel in there, and it's an open part, and you get more storage, more places to put things and then forget them, was how I thought about it. So that's blocked off. We'll do some leveling here to make sure that this is all level. May have to do some padding up, and then we'll have to cut out for the sink, and then we've lost this because I put the refrigerator up so that it would be at eye level. So the sink goes in there, a couple of doors, and then here I'm going to put up kind of the Welsh dresser from the UK. From the UK they have what's called a Welsh dresser, and it would be a full cabinet that would go the whole thing, but this way I'm going to hang some shelving units up here. I'm asking you to visualize now. So there'll be a shelf about so wide, like this, maybe 18 inches, 20 inches wide, and then another one on the other side. Can't be too elaborate because of this has to come out here, so we have to have the opening door of the fridge. All of this of course is all temporary electrics, and that will have to be gotten rid of. And I got a suspended panel which I will put up here. Have to do something about that panel there. It lets in a load of light, which is really nice, but it breaks very easily, and you can probably see there's a hole in it. So either we'll have to overlay another piece on top or do something else about that. This is intended to be a serving hatch, because over there is over in the room there is the dining room, but Beth uses that as her office. So this is a hinged will be a hinge thing, and this will be a window. Okay, so our very cluttered breakfast bar, we're going to buy, as the granite is so cheap, we're going to buy a piece of granite and put it in on the top there to match the kitchen, and then we'll be able to enjoy our beautiful view. Okay, so I have a little video to make in a while about the work that was done yesterday by brother Rado, which is actually has come out really beautiful. So thanks for looking in. Bye for now.